Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Kweku Onyiniasare. I'm a lecturer, I'm a professor, and I'm an academic in the University of Ghana, Legon. I'm also a visiting professor currently in the UK. I'm currently in London. I am a visiting professor here in Leicester University and Warwick University in Coventry. I am a professor of artificial intelligence. I'm a professor of machine learning, robotic engineering, deep learning. Okay? And my goal today is to share with you something that is taking over the world. It's a technology that is affecting the lives of many people, the minds of many people, empowering many people all over the world to be better citizens of their own life. Okay? The organization is known as GOT Backup. It is an organization from the United States of America. I am one of the board of directors of this organization. There are 11-member board of directors. I happen to be one of the 11 board of directors. I'm also the only Black among the board of directors, actually. And I'm the leading figure in Africa championing this. This organization is for every single person who has a mobile phone. As long as you have a mobile phone, you will need this. You will need this. It's only a matter of time for the world to be aware of that. Okay, so why are we here? We are here to control our time. A lot of people don't control their time. Their times are being controlled by their employers. I work as an employee, but I control my time. And you're going to learn how you can control your time. Okay. How to control your income. A lot of people can't control their income. They cannot increase it. They cannot reduce it. In the next few hours, just under 40 hours, you will enter into a new paradigm of 2025, 2026, 2027, 2020, beyond. A lot of people don't know exactly what they are going to do. Are you aware? Many people, as I'm talking to you, they don't know. In fact, some are going to pray on 31st night for God to show his scratchy powers in their life. They basically don't know. They are only hoping. That's the whole thing. They are hoping that 2020, years that are coming is going to be better. It won't. It won't. We don't just get up and live a life of betterness. That's not how the world works. You design it. You plan it. That is why you create it in your mind. The word create is different from make. So God is a creator because creation only happens in your mind. Making happens outside of the mind. Okay. And so you want to be able to create in your mind, see what your future is going to be. And once you see it in your mind, you can feel it in your hand. And a lot of people don't do that. So today, I'm going to show you how you can take advantage of this advantage I'm about to show you and how it will help you. And ladies and gentlemen, I promise you, if you stick and stay and you focus on what we are going to show you, it will help you regardless of your level of education, regardless of your my mother, who is 90 years, is part of this project. Regardless of who you are, regardless of what you come from, anything, it will help you turn your dreams into reality. I want to put this clause. A lot of people, when they hear things that are going to help them, they think it's fake. Many people, from the beginning of seeing things that you are about to show them, forget about this. Anything that they think, they are told is going to help them, the moment it's going to help them, they think it's not real. I don't know why people do that. They think it's fake. Like they are not even willing to listen to the end and take what they can from it. They just rule it out. Don't do that. You only rule something out by virtue of knowledge. And so what I'm about to share with you, it will benefit you big time. And because I'm also a professor in the area of cloud storage, you will notice that I'm speaking from experience because I own a cloud project, and I also teach cloud computing and artificial intelligence, and I'm also a board member of this. So I know exactly what I'm talking about, and it will help you. So let's begin. The name of the organization is known as Got Backup. It started in 1997 in Gatineau, Quebec, in Canada. In 2007, it was relocated to the USA in Texas, Antonio. It is like IT solution providers for multiple companies. So it was there for many companies. It wasn't for you and I. It was for big companies. But over the years, as it gets bigger, the owners, okay, Joel Ferrium and Mike Podvik, these gentlemen are high super-powered guys in terms of the computers. And they have decided to take this thing and give it to the entire world. They have created an avenue for several people. What is it? In order to appreciate what Got Backup is, which I'm about to tell you about, I want you to appreciate two things that are trending right now. The first thing that is trending is that everyone is almost having a mobile phone. There are 15 billion mobile phones in the world right now. That is more than the total number of mobile phones we have in the total number of human beings we have in the world. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, there are so many mobile phones than there are human beings. Next year, the number of mobile phones will go to over 18 billion. Tesla phone is coming. Are you aware? Tesla. Tesla is well known for electric cars, but now they're about to do mobile phones. What do you think will be the demand? Many people are going to throw their iPhones and their, what do you call it? In fact, I've seen a video showing the carnage it could cause. Because when you look at the blueprint of the Tesla phone, it will blow your brain away. And so the mobile industry is going to balloon. That is why you got to know the pie and then be part of it. Now, as mobile phones are increasing, not only mobile phones, the laptops and mobile phones, as they are increasing, data is also rising. When I say data, I'm not talking about internet data. I'm talking about the file, the picture on your phone, the video on your phone, the music on the phone, the document on the phone. When somebody sends you a WhatsApp message with a picture, that is data. And even if you don't take pictures or videos, people are sending them to you every day. So what is happening? Over time, your data is growing. Ladies and gentlemen, next week, the number of data that will be created every day is equivalent to a total number of 181 zettabytes of data. 181 zettabytes. That is from kilobytes to megabytes to gigabytes, okay, to terabytes to petabytes before you talk about gigabytes every day. Did you know that by the time you finish watching a Netflix movie, 6 gigabytes is already gone? One movie. So data is growing. Data is growing, and it's growing at a phenomenal rate. And let me tell you why anybody in this industry will do well financially. Because data is oil. Type it there. Data is oil. Data is oil. Is a new gold. Artificial intelligence is a new electricity in town. And if you look at the top 10 billionaires, 8 of them are using AI. In fact, I just got to know that the last guy is also using AI, okay? Warren Buffett, okay? He's been using, he didn't want to use it, but now he sees that he has to use it. AI is everything. I'll give you an example for you to appreciate it. The richest billionaire on the planet is Elon Musk. His income is over $400 billion. Nobody has ever passed 300 billion. Yet the guy has passed 400 billion. In fact, the only person who is wealthier than Elon Musk is King Solomon. King Solomon's income is equivalent to $3.3 trillion. If King Solomon was alive today, he would go into technology. Now, Elon Musk has created a Starlink. Some of you are aware, it's now in 18 countries in Africa. A Starlink is in the sky. It's not like MTN, which is on the ground, or Vodafone, which is on the ground. Okay. That is why Elon Musk is doing well. But he also went to buy Twitter. He bought it over $40 billion. Why do you think he did that? He did that because Twitter is a technology. And technology is the fastest growing industry in the world. Now look at Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook. He had Facebook in 2004, February 4. He went ahead and bought WhatsApp. He bought Instagram. Why do you think he did that? Because it's a technology. Technology is the fastest growing industry. He's number 5 in the world, billionaire. Amazon, the owner of Amazon is Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos, everything he does is about books. It started as books and electronics. I can tell you that today, that guy is using AI in all his industry. I teach here in Leicester, and some of my students were able to go to his company to go and work. The kind of AI in the company is 87%. AI will never work unless there is data. So data is growing. Your phone data is growing. And look at the amount of money the cloud storage is creating. You see, if data is growing, it means that we need to protect our files, protect the data. This is how much people are made. The people in this industry are just under 30, and they made $134 billion. By 5 years, they'll be making close to $500 billion. And one of the owners of this company is the one I'm working with, Joel Theriot. He owns one of the companies in this industry. And he is the one who is looking for 1 billion people to work with. Most of these billion people are people who are not, they don't have to be technologically inclined at all. As long as you are using the mobile phone, each one of them can be part of this. So that is one of the trends, but it's not just that. Watch this. 88% of people are using the phone. They will go back home. If they should miss their phone, this 88% of people will go back. Do you know that yesterday you looked on your phone screen 160 times? Are you aware? Yesterday alone. Did you know that today, okay, it's almost 12 o'clock, okay, and you will realize today alone you have looked on your phone screen already 80 times. You are addicted to that phone. 74% of you used your phone in the toilet today. People are addicted to that machine. You see, it's the first thing you pick when you wake up from bed. It's the last thing you put down when you are going to bed. You use the phone for TV, use it for radio, use it for internet, use it. Have you observed people don't even talk on a normal call? Most of the time, people are talking on a WhatsApp. Data is controlling the world. There's a video that shows that in 1930, the internet was not there. Oh, by the way, online just came 30 years ago. The internet just came 30 years ago. 30 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, 30 years ago, Trini Jonas will not be making over $10,000. He couldn't be saying glass and kwan, shafom. He couldn't be saying that on GTV. He will not be allowed to say that on TV3 or Metro. But with the advent of the internet, with the advent of technology, with the advent of data, people are generating thousands, millions, and even billions of dollars. Wisdom is the ability to see what is obvious like this, even when it is a secret. You cannot have your phone and not benefit from the technological movement. The problem is that as people are using the phone, the data is growing all right, but people are not saving their files. You see, people don't back up their data unless it's lost, unless the phone is lost. When somebody loses their phone or they lose that is when the person will say, ouch. My problem is not even with the phone. My problem is with the data, the information I have on the phone. That is the reason why I am doing this. So you need to protect what is inside the phone, not only what is outside the phone. And ladies and gentlemen, what we have here will help you with that. But that is not the only thing. Another thing that is trending, the second thing that is trending, is that many people are using their phone to earn money. You know, some people, when you start talking about income, then they go haywire. Oh, I don't want it. Money is the root of all evil. Please don't do that. Who told you money is the root of all evil? It's not. It is a love of money that is the root of all evil. But before we look at why you got to earn income, even if you're okay now, why you got to earn income, Check why God will make most of his people who served him wealthy. Read Genesis chapter 2, verse 11. God put gold in the Garden of Eden. Read Genesis chapter 13, verse 2. God made Abraham very wealthy. Look at the kings. King Solomon did not pray to God to even give him income. He didn't do that. He only prayed for knowledge and wisdom. So why would God give him plenty when he did not request for it? Wisdom is knowing what is obvious, even when it's a secret. In Hosea 4:6, it says, lack of knowledge, people are always struggling. So if a person is struggling financially, the problem is not with Obama or Osama or Mahama or Nana. The problem is with the quality of the knowledge of the person. Ladies and gentlemen, until what you know becomes what you do, you don't know anything. Because the evidence of knowledge is resolved. 62% of Generation Z, 18 to 25 years, are all using their phone to earn income. In America, 62%. Sometimes we think that going to school to have more degrees, that is the key. I have 5 of the degrees. I don't even know. It's not about degrees. School is general. Education is personal. Sometimes we go to school, we even learn unnecessary things. Tantita, linear programming, queuing model, the pi r square, the pass of a grasshopper. Things you don't even use in real life. And people will still join unemployed graduate association. Ladies and gentlemen, no matter how busy you are, no matter how okay you might be, have something on the side because dark times can slap you. And the good thing these days is that many people are using this thing to do everything. Why are you having a mobile phone and yet you're not even earning $1,000 every month? Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you go to Facebook and watch somebody's video when you got to put your knowledge out there? Why would you do that? Afia Schwarzenegger is making over $10,000. She has followers of over 1 million people following her. Some people don't like her. You might probably even don't like her behavior, but she is tapping into the world of technology. The juju people are on social media. Juju. And you're a lawyer, you're a teacher, you're a banker, you are unemployed, you're a housewife, and you are not even on social media. Why? Well, I know why, because you have not been taught that you can go on social media with anything that you have. No matter what you do, see, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever you are doing, you can also teach. If you are doing driving, you can teach driving because you have the knowledge of driving here. If you are doing housewife, you can teach housewife because whatever is here, you can teach it. If you are a mother, you can teach motherhood because you have it, you are a possessor of it. If you're a teacher, you can't only teach in the classroom because once you teach in the classroom, you can teach online. That is what we guide you on. We teach you, we guide you, we mentor you to bring your value to the marketplace because the Al-Qaeda are even on the internet. Okay? And that is why you have positive things around you. The only thing you need is a requisite knowledge. Hosea 4 says, lack of that knowledge, that is why. See, let me tell you, as long as you have a mobile phone, you should be able to earn at least $1,000 every month. Provided you are willing, humble, coachable, we'll teach you that for free. That is just an addendum. So what God Backup is doing is that it's putting these two trends together and helping many people to benefit. What is God Backup? Now let's get a bit into details. 144 countries. It started last year, 2023, April. And already it is in 147 countries in the world right now. It started in the US. In April last year, it was in the US. It came to Ghana still last year. In fact, the thing was established. Guess what? For those of you who are in Ghana, the thing was established in April 2003. April, May, June, July, it came to Ghana. It came to Ghana in July 2023, and many people in Ghana are not aware of it. So what is God Backup? It's just like Google Drive. It's just like iCloud. It's just like Dropbox, but it's way better than all of them. And I'm going to show you how better it is than all of them. If you take iCloud, iCloud is very expensive if you have been using it, okay? If you have been paying for it. You see, after the 5 gig, you have to pay for the rest. And if you are paying for 6 terabytes, you have to pay for $419. $419. If you're using Dropbox, you have to pay $359. If you're using Google Drive, you have to pay $302. But if you're using Go Backup, for a whole year, you pay only $99.97. That is not even up to $100 for a whole year. For a whole year. That is one of the powerful reasons why it is flying in many countries. Go Backup is cheaper, and yet you get more space. And again, if you thought for once that, oh, my phone, I don't need more space. Look at the day you bought the phone. How many pictures did you have on that phone? And look at it now. Your data is growing. It's only a matter of time for you to realize that you need that data. But anyway, that's not the main thing. That's not the only thing Go Backup does. It does even more than that. Let me show you. If you take Go Backup like this, a person can share the space with 6 people. So you can take your space, your 6 terabytes of space, and give it to your brother, give it to your sister, give it to other people. You can have that. iCloud has a problem. You cannot use iCloud on an iPhone. You cannot use iCloud on a Windows phone. Did you know that? You need to have an iPhone before you can use iCloud. But you see, this one, I can use Go Backup on my Android phone. I can use Go Backup on my iPhone. I can use Go Backup on my Windows. I can use Go Backup on my computer, any computer in the world. Go Backup is universal. It doesn't matter the operating system is universal. And I'll tell you some incredible things again. You know, you have Gmail, and things come into the Gmail and they start piling up. They start piling up. You can move all of them, migrate them easily into Go Backup. That is a new feature that is coming in January. You can move everything. In fact, previously, you can move only things by downloading them onto the computer before you can move them to Go Backup. But now you can move them directly from Gmail and move so that your Gmail will be cleaned and then you'll have more space. That is a feature because Go Backup will give you more space that Gmail will not give you, that Google Drive will not give you. The next thing, you can use Go Backup and set it up automatically and forget it. So you can set it up today, forget it for the next 10 years. It will automatically be backing up everything. Suppose you lose your phone. Suppose I lose this phone. I lose this one. I lose all my devices. I can go back to yours. I can collect your phone and I can get everything I have on my phone, which is lost. I can get it all on your phone. You can access your file everywhere. How about security? It's so secured. The security system is known as Advanced Encryption Standard. It uses 256 sequence of securitization. It is the greatest and the highest level of security ever known in the history of the world. That is the same security the CIA uses in America. That is the same security the MIS uses. That is the same security that the Russian Secret Service use. So your data is secure because somebody needs 256 military-grade encryption before the person can get your data. Nobody has ever cracked 128 security. Nobody in the world. So to crack 256 is impossible to do. That is an advantage Go Backup has. Oh, I must say that the Google Drive and iCloud also have this advantage. Okay? So there is no superiority of Go Backup over Google Drive in terms of security. But there is something Go Backup has that they don't have, and that is called document collaboration. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you don't have a Microsoft Office at all. And I'm about to show you these things on my computer for you to appreciate it more. I'll take you to my system for you to see this with your eye. If you go to that and you go to Go Backup and you enter into your Go Backup system, you see all your files. If you have a Word document, you can open the Word document. You can share it with someone. and the person can edit it. While the person is editing, you can see the cursor moving. You can see the cursor moving, and you can edit when the person edits. You can chat with the person. In fact, you can even stop and talk to the thing for the thing to type everything for you and collaborate beautifully. Google Drive doesn't have that. iCloud doesn't have that. And that is one of the powerful things that is making, that's why Go Backup is flying. That's why it's in 147 countries. It's just incredible. It clones your entire phone and your entire laptop and keeps them, and you can edit them and sustain them. But there is more. Go Backup is the only one that also allows you to do bulk emailing. Let's say you're a company, you have clients, you have customers, you have patients. You want to send one message to all of them. You can use Go Backup emailing system, and then you can communicate one message. Everybody will get that message. Whether it's 100,000 people, 200,000 people, they all get the same thing. And you can even personalize the message. Look down there. I've done it. Okay, this is an example. So instead of writing the first name of the person, I wrote hello, and then I picked this thing. This thing is in the Go Backup system. Once you write this thing, everybody will receive it with his own personal name. So each person will have hello, Ajwa, hello, Kofi, hello, Bismarck, hello, everybody's first name. So it makes the person feel this is personal to the person. This is all free. In fact, I teach students cloud computing, and these students will go and set up this facility for people, for companies, and they will charge them $20,000, $50,000, and yet Go Backup, you get it for free right here. You can even automate some emails. So you can see I've got some emails here. I've automated some of them. Automatically, they'll go. And when the person opens it, it will tell you that the person has opened it. When the person has not opened it, it will tell you that the person has not opened it. So you can say that I want this email to go to all my clients every Monday at 6 p.m. and you can forget it for 30 years. Every Monday at 6 p.m., that message will go to them. You can say that I want this other email to go to my people every December 24th. And every December 24th, you get that message leaving your system, going to the people every year for over 30 years. All days at no extra cost. All days for free. And to think about it and know that all this is $199.97, that's crazy. Anyway, let's go to one of the interesting things that Go Backup does. iCloud doesn't pay you. Google Drive doesn't pay you. Dropbox doesn't pay you. Netflix doesn't pay you. Amazon doesn't pay you. DSTV doesn't pay you. Go Backup right now is the only cloud storage space in the world that pays you for using the service and learning to support them. It's crazy. Let me tell you why it's crazy. I've been using Dropbox for 13 years. 13 years, I use the Dropbox. I told my students, even my colleague professors, I told them, 89 of them, I told them to use, and they used it because I was collaborating and sharing some things with them. Guess what? Over that 13 years, I have done a lot of good things for Dropbox. They should have paid me. Guess how much they paid me for that 13 years? $0. I started the same thing for Go Backup. I switched. Let me tell you, when people get to know about Go Backup, they will switch. You just watch. They will switch. It's only a matter of time. That's why we are telling the world about it. So I switched. I came to Go Backup. I did the same thing I was doing for Dropbox. I recommended it to people. Okay, I was telling them it's good, just as Dropbox was. You see, Dropbox didn't tell me to do it. Dropbox didn't tell me to do it. But then I was recommending it. The same thing, Go Backup is not forcing me to do it. But you see, it's a service, so I needed it. Anyway, so I told people, Go Backup has paid me significant amount. I've been using Go Backup for 1 year, 8 months or so. 1 year, 8 months. And Go Backup has paid me over $21,000, over $25,000 already. Ladies and gentlemen, wisdom is knowing the obvious, even when others cannot see. And I'll show you the evidence of everything I've said here in some few minutes' time. So, how do you become a member of the God Backup? Please note that becoming a member of the God Backup requires that you use the service itself. So, to become a member is to get on board by using the service. You install the service on your phone, you pay for it, you use the service. Then, if you want to earn income, there's something you have to do. But before I tell you about that something, I want you to know that do it. Do this thing I'm about to tell you. It will help you. It will help you. The average salary of a professor is very tiny. The average, you know, I was talking to Issa. Okay, Issa does a lot of research, Institute of Social and Statistical Services in Ghana. I was talking to one of the directors that on average, how many people make 10,000 Ghana cedis every month? The answer he gave me almost collapsed me. Now I'll put it there. How many percent of the working population in Ghana make 10,000 or more? Guys, if I mention the amount here and you're making more than that, consider yourself blessed and never call yourself poor. Okay? How many people make 10,000 cedis or more? It is 0.89%. 0.89%. It's not even up to 1%. 0.89% of the working population in Ghana make 10,000 or more. In fact, many of you here on this call will agree that you probably don't even make 10,000 or more. Do you know how dangerous that is? A population that does not make 10,000. Do you know that $1,000 is more than 10,000? Wisdom. Wisdom. That is why it is important. You see, but the point is that when people see things that will help them, they blow it away. Why? Because the word poor is an acronym. It's not about money. Poor is not about money at all. Poor refers to passing over opportunities repeatedly. Passing over opportunities repeatedly. I didn't say that. The man who said that is known as Jack Ma, the owner of Alibaba. Once upon a time, the richest billionaire in China. Many people in their life, by the time they are 35 years, they have bypassed 3,000 opportunities that came their way. It's not about finance. It is about their mind. Why will somebody see something and bypass it? Because he may have had an experience in the past. And so because he had that experience in the past and that thing turned out to be wrong, he thinks that everything is wrong. Because he got an experience and something was bad, was fake, was scam, he thinks that everything is fake. But a lot of people go to school, even though they have seen that school didn't help their friends or their brothers or their sisters. But they don't see that it's still they go to school. So what do? You take chances. You have a look. Because the chances you take, the people you meet, the fit that you have, that's what's going to define you. Life is never going to be a bed of roses. Do not think that next year is going to be greater when you have not designed it. You don't just get up and live a life of greatness. No, you prepare it. You design it. You take advantage of your advantages. And many people are hoping, they are only hoping, that next year will be better. No way, no way, no way, no way. You got to design it. Okay. After I finished my 2 masters and PhD, I had to go to someone to train me because I realized that school is general, education is personal. I have to put my arrogance away, and humble myself and learn things that will make me better. If you continue to do the same thing you are doing right now, you think 2025, 6, 7 will be better? No. No. It is called the Newton's third law of motion. If an object is moving at an accelerated pace, if there is no external grace of God that will kick that thing from its pathway, it will continue to go and go and go. Nothing will change next year, unless something changes about you now. And it comes from here. Because we have been programmed into thinking that certain things are wrong. For example, we have been programmed that money is even evil. And so when something is about income, some people think that it's not right. Some people say that, it's all vanity upon vanity. Forgetting that the one who said it's all vanity upon vanity, King Solomon, he had gotten everything, tasted it all before saying that it's all vanity upon vanity. You have to taste it. You have to leave it first before you can appreciate whether it's all vanity upon vanity. So many people, on the basis of that, they don't take action. They wait for God to show his character powers. Meanwhile, the undeserved kindness of God is already scattered. It's not about too much prayers in the Achimota forest. That will make the difference. The people who made the aeroplane, they don't believe in God. The people who made the computer and the mobile phones, they don't believe in God. So why do they have that ability to do that? Because the undeserved kindness of God is already scattered. That John 3:16, God did not love Christians. God loved the world. He loved the world. And so if God should rain, and you don't even believe in him, but you go for a barrel, you get plenty water than the Christian who believe in God but went for a cup. This is called knowledge. You see, one thing about knowledge is that knowledge is the only asset that creates and multiplies all other assets. They don't teach this in the business school. Some don't teach this in the church house. And that is why many people remember. Have you observed that some people who do well, they continue to do well all the time? Have you observed that? And the reason why they do well is because of knowledge. The difference is not effort. The difference is knowledge. And so I'm going to show you how you can be part of our organization. You have a choice. Please, you don't have to be part. This is not by force at all. If you want things to be great next time, next year, next years, this is it. I'm telling you, this could change everything. And you don't have to do it. It's not by force. You have to see your life. Look at your life in the mirror. Look at your life. Ask yourself, 2024 is gone. It is gone. You have under 38 hours to make a difference. It's gone. It is gone. And so for anything to happen again, you can't repeat the same thing you did this year, next year. You can't repeat that next year. You've got to take some drastic decision you would not normally have taken in your life. You can't do that. I'm telling you. You see, sometimes you wish that you don't go through a situation like Jesus. He didn't want to be killed, but sometimes you have to do it because it's for a greater good. It's for a greater cause. So if you don't want to take chances, you don't anytime achieve anything. Pregnancy is risky. On the day of delivery, the child can die. The woman can die. And yet women continue to give birth by heart. Why? Because the chances you take, the people you meet, the faith you have, that is what will define you. That bouncing baby child, that is what pushes that woman after she still want to give birth again because of the bouncing baby child. You got to go through a Red Sea before you can see a promised land. Even God had to go through pain. No pain, no gain. Understand that whatever you want is outside of your comfort zone. The comfort zone is your enemy. Dreams are killed by doubt. Doubt kills more dreams than failure will. If you are afraid to fail, then you have failed already. Because your doubt will kill you. And I'll prove that to you, in a story that was told about Jeff Bezos. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, how do you become part of the God Backup? First thing, use it. Second, tell your friends, families, co-workers, acquaintances, enemies. Tell them you have good news for them. Don't explain it. Don't lecture them. You see, you've not started. So bring them to us. We will talk to them for you. Every day, 12 o'clock on weekdays, we meet. On Fridays in the afternoon, after the 12 o'clock, we meet. In the afternoon at 3 p.m. On Sunday, 8 p.m., we meet. In all the other days, Monday to night, we'll meet. Okay? So there are leaders who will train, who will speak for you and speak to the person. So just bring the person to me. I will educate the person for you. Simple. Don't tell the person that it is about cloud storage. No. Don't tell the person it is about income. That's the worst thing you want to say. Don't tell the person it's an opportunity. Don't use that word on opportunity. No. Don't tell the person it is about an income generating business. That is a dangerous thing to say. Just tell the person it's an incredible news and I want you to look at it with your eye. Bring the person to us. If the person is not willing to come because he wants to know some details before he comes, leave the person. That person's time is not yet due. Because if somebody tells you that I have something good that will help you, I want to know what it is before, no, you're not ready. And so leave the person because the person is your friend. He should trust you enough. So you got to build trusting relationship with people in the first place. Once the person comes here, we will educate the person for you. The person will listen to this thing you are listening. The person will be fully convinced and the person will take an action. Maybe not immediately, but you will take an action eventually. You see, anybody who comes to listen to us will never say that this is a joke. The only thing they will realize that either they are not yet ready or they have some kind of a doubt, which you would address it if they ask. Because let me tell you something, whether people believe this or not, this will grow. Do you know why this will grow? It will grow because everybody is using this. And as long as people are using this mobile phone, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long as people are using the mobile phone, it's only a matter of time for this to explode all over the world. When the person becomes part of us, this is what you get. You will be paid customer acquisition income immediately. This income is paid immediately the person is on board. This income is immediate. You are paid that. In fact, yesterday I was talking to Irene. Okay, the moment Irene was paid immediately, Irene said, "Wow," that was the word she said. Because the person Irene was bringing on board, the person was in a different continent. She was also in a different continent. The moment the person started, the company pays her immediately. This one, income number one. Okay, how do you get income number one? Let me just show you. This is how it works. You see, to get income number one, let me or any of the leaders speak to your person for you. And we speak to them right here. When the person is happy, the person will get the entire pack. When the person gets the entire pack, the company will pay you $50. $50 per person. Okay. Now let's imagine that every day you get $50. Every day you get $50. The next day. Okay. Of course, it doesn't mean that when you speak to every single person or you bring every single person here, the person is coming on board. Remember, it takes time. For some people, it will be immediate. Others, it will take time. So do not think that the person must. Majority of the people will not start. They will not start immediately. It's okay. Keep on, because that is how it works. They will all eventually come on board, but they will come at their own time, not at your time. So have the patience of Job. The second person comes on board, you make another $50 the second day. Imagine you are getting one person each day. One person each day. That means at the end of the month, you are earning $1,005. Imagine you are even just making $1,005. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is just the first income. This is not even the other 6 incomes. This is just income number one I'm talking about. Imagine you are earning $1,005 every month. Would that make a difference in your life? That is more than 20,000 cities. Would that make a difference in your life? How many years have you been working in your current job? If you should work more than your boss, will you earn more than your boss? Unless he is dead, but he's not dying this year or next 10 years. If you work even more than your boss, do you think you will ever make $20,000 or more? Very few people will do that. Today, I make way more than 3 times this because you see, the thing is that I had to believe, I had to take a chance. I remember the first time I was told, I had a bit of a doubt. But even though I had a bit of a doubt, I told myself, I'll do it anyway. Because after all, what do I lose? I will still get the service because I'm still going to use the service for a whole year. I will get my cloud storage. I will get my collaborations. I will get all the email services. I'll get everything anyway. So even if I don't get the income, I'll still get the service, which I am paying in Dropbox anywhere. So what do I lose? So let me start. So by the time the man was talking to me, I had already started. He told me, Kwaku, you started. I said, yeah. A hungry person does not need to be forced to eat. See, because he's already hungry. Look at your life in the mirror. Face the mirror. Look at your life. 10 years after now. Where do you want to be? Sometimes you have to stand in front of a mirror, ladies, and talk to yourself. Do that tonight. Don't wait for 31st night. Do that. Tell yourself, look at that guy in the mirror. Look at that lady in the mirror. Tell that person, look, you will not defeat me. You will not defeat me. I will prove to you that I am bigger and better mentally. I will fight every muscle. I will do it. No matter what happens, I will until. Speak energy into yourself because you are a vibrational being and you vibrate at your frequency. But every day, God will do, God will do, God will do. God has done it. Have you done your part? Even those who are not serving him, they are seeing God's glory on their lives. And you are not seeing that because you create doubts. You create doubts in your mind because you're always thinking that everything, you think that God is supposed to physically do everything for you. It's not going to happen. He has done it. You need to listen to the people who are giants in where you are going. You need to grow. See, I had to go and speak to great people like Magdan, who is doing well, because being a professor is nothing. I say, teach me, where do I begin? Where do I start? Whilst I mentor him, okay, and others. So my point is that you have to learn. Let people know that, you are taking the chance. If you don't speak to yourself, sometimes you have to lock the room, put your phone aside and talk to yourself. That self-communication will unravel who you are. Anyway, the second income you get is known as cycles. The cycles are paid. The first one, these are the monthly incomes. These are not daily. These are monthly. Take note. You get a tier 1 cycle. Tier 1 cycle is between $20 to $200,000. So depending on how you work. And let me tell you something about the cycles, how it works. The cycle is not due to your effort alone. In fact, majority of the cycle is due to the effort of many people. Your effort is just even like 1%, maybe even less than 1%. Majority of your cycle income you will get is not from your effort. It's from the effort of other people, and you will get paid. Tier 2 cycle, you are going to get between $50 and $500,000. Okay, and again, that is from the effort of other people. Tier 1 is smaller than Tier 2. Tier 2 is paid to those who are platinums and above. Now, what about generational income? The generational income is a good income. It is 2%, 2.5% of the income made by all the people in your system. You see, the system works in such a way that if you know you are going to do it, it's better to do it now. Because when you do it now, anybody in the world who comes on board, even if you don't know the person, what the person does, the company pays you as well. So it's nice when you know it, not to doubt, just start. You just start, lock your position, and wait and go and think about it. Because thinking about it will not solve the timeline. You can now make dynamic compression income. It's crazy income. I will not talk about it here. We train you on how to understand. Cycle match income. This is another big income. It's probably one of the biggest income. I'll give you an example. Let's say you have 10 people. And these 10 people, each one is making $2,000. Now, how long will it take somebody to be making $2,000 in this project? Well, I would say that depends because everybody and his effort. Okay, I cannot take average because you are not average. The only thing I can take is me. Okay, it took me less than a year to be making $2,000. So you can make it in a year because it took me less than a year. Okay, so you can make $2,000. Okay, now suppose you have 10 people, each one is making $2,000. If you are Emerald here, you will get 50% of that on all the 10. 50% of 2,000 is 1,000. Since the people are 10, you will get $10,000 every month. It's simple. And this income is on the cycles. If you're a double diamond like me, okay, as a double diamond, you'll be getting 100%. So on each person, if the people are 10, you will get $2,000 on each one. And that will be $20,000 every month. Watch it. The next couple of months and years, people will understand. People want to understand now. How many people are in Africa? Just 1,007. 1,007. How do I know? Because I'm the leading figure in Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, we've not started. If there's any time, your 2020 great, your 2020 great will be great. If there's any time your 2020 great will be great, this is the time. A year from now, where will it be? Where will it be? Wisdom is the ability to see what is obvious, even when it's a secret. Now, let me share something to you. How much do you pay to get the entire service plus the project? This is the amount you pay. An amount of $119.97 for the whole year. This is it. If you don't have this income to pay for the service and also for a whole year, make some very good income for yourself. If you don't have this money, you should do this project. If you don't have this amount, you should do this project. If you think that you don't need to do this, stop it. I tell you, stop it. Don't force it. Because the consequences of any action you take now, you will not understand now, you will understand later. But if you are doing this, do it well, because it will reward you. It will reward you big time. You are wise, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone here is wise. Everyone here is not a joke. This will reward you. It will reward you. And you see, for those of you who think you are busy, I'm busy too. There are several busy people. There are some of us professors, doctors. I mean, for university, okay, there are Dr. Dorothy. She is, family practice doctor. Dr. Joanna Jimayabwa, a specialized, nurse administrator. Look, we have people. Dr. Bisolo, hematologist. People, busy lives. Calvin Berg, busy life. Jeffrey, New York, a banker, busy life. All of these people are doing this. Take chances. Take chances. Don't complain. Don't complain, because nothing will work if nothing works. You will get another benefit. It's called coaching and mentoring. This one is key. You will get millionaires. There are over 300 millionaires here. They will teach you how to grow you. See, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why many don't do well is not because they can't do well. It's because they have not grown themselves. Yes. You see, whatever you are doing, if you have grown yourself, you do it better. Because that same economy you are complaining, somebody is doing well. It's not because he's a politician. It's because he is a learner. You will develop yourself. Personal development is very key. You will learn. You will learn how to be better. You will learn how to talk. It's called communication skills. The word, talking. The communicators are the second movers of advantage in the world. You see, there are 4 levels of value creation. At the lowest level of value creation, that is known as implementation. Many people are there. 90% or so, 80% of the world are there in the implementation stage. Everybody is an employee. Everybody is an employee. That is the lowest level of value creation. Implementation. The next level, you see, value is anything that is useful to the user. Okay? Value. I teach people, so that's why I'm giving you a bit of that. Value is anything that is useful to the user. So anything that is useful to the end user is value. So you could be a musician, you sing, it's useful to somebody, that is value. Why do you think footballers get more money than you? Because they provide value to many people. They provide value to many people. Okay, you, how many people do you provide your value to? If the people are 1 million, you will become a millionaire. Full stop. If the people are not 1 million, you will not become a millionaire. So the more your value rich people, that is it. Okay, so what is value? Value is anything that is useful to the user. So you got to have value, but you got to provide value at the highest level. Because if you provide value at the lowest level, you'll be broke. And then most employees provide value at the lowest level. Now, the second level of value creation is known as the unification management situation. So these are people, they don't just use their physical analogy, they use mental work as well to add it. The directors, the managers, the CEOs, they provide, but they unify, they organize it, they unify the people at the grassroots so that they will do things better. So the second level of value creation is the unification. The third level of value creation is communication. Who are the communicators of the world? The communicators of the world are not just talkers. Oh. The communicators of the world are those who are musicians. They are communicating their voice. That's when you start getting higher level of value creation. And so you get to the point of millionaires. Okay. The people who act movies, the movie creators, they are the communicators of the world. The authors, those who write books, they are the communicators of the world. The people who are comedians and are standing on the stage and providing communication, they are the communicators of the world. People who are on social media, they're like Myron Golden, my mentor, who are talking knowledge and giving. Some pastors are also communicators of the world. Okay, so the more you bring your value to the marketplace, you are communicating, and they are the next one. At the highest level of value creation is called the imaginators. Imaginators. The word imagination comes from the word image. You were created in the image of a creator whose creativity in his creation is creative. So the word image is a reflection of reality. Hiya, ladies and gentlemen, I just championed myself into my arena of coaching. At what level are you providing value? The highest level, the middle level, the supervisory level, or the lowest level? Value will command its own returns. Never look for money. Never look for money. Never look for money. Money doesn't like those who look for it. Money hates those who look for it. Money loves those who create value. But you can't create value without knowledge. That is why lack of that knowledge, you perish. So you got to have knowledge. Then the knowledge will help you create value. And by the way, when I talk about knowledge, I'm not talking about classroom knowledge. I'm not talking about professor's knowledge. I'm not talking about university knowledge. That is not the knowledge I'm talking about. I'm talking about the knowledge of life. You don't get that in classroom. You get that from mentorship. You get that from mentorship. Mentorship is the only legal shortcut to any success. The disciples had a mentor, Jesus. Elisha had a mentor, Elijah. Who is that mentor? You are the average of the 5 people you associate with. The same people you associated with this year, you're going to associate them again. You will learn things that will change the psyche of your next progress. Go back up. We teach you all of this for free. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a service everyone needs. We have a project anyone can afford. Take chances, take opportunities, take advantages of your advantages. Nothing moves until you move. Nothing works until you work. 2 questions for you. Do you think now is the best time to back up your digital life? Do you think now is the best time to make extra income? Or you think that next 10 years is the best time to start? Which one do you think? What do you think? Where will you be in 5 years' time? If you do the same thing you are doing right now, where will you be? Where have you been in the last 5 years? Look at your value. Look at how much worth you are to your employer. Take your salary. Divide your salary into 30. You will know your value in a day. Then when you finish, divide that 30 and divide it by 24. Some people don't know their value. If you knew your value, you would have changed. Suppose you are making 5,000. 5,000 is too much. Majority don't make 5,000. Suppose you are making 3,000. By the way, the average salary of a graduate is 900. Okay, NAPCO used to be 700, but now it's 900. So let me take that 1,000. Suppose you are making 1,000. Divide 1,000 by 30. So you take 1,000, divide 1,000 by 30. Your value is 33 cedis every day. Your value for the whole 24 hours is 33 cedis. Now let's divide that by 24. People don't know. Many people don't know their value. If you divide that by 24, your value is 1 cedi, 38 pesos an hour. You are worth 1 cedi, 38 pesos an hour. Do you think that's your worth? Do you think that is your worth? But when you're taking 1,000, you're happy. When you're taking 2,000, your value is going to be just around $3 an hour, 3 cedis an hour. Do you think that's your value? I want you to look at the word decide. It ends with the word side, like suicide, genocide, homicide. What's your value? You are about to make a decision. The consequences of that decision will not happen today. A year from now, you'll be clever. It took me time to take the decision. You got to take a decision. Our lives are measured in decision taking. It's tough to decide. It's tough. It took somebody a year. When I told her, it took her a year to decide. And the person came on board yesterday. Decide. The person decided after almost more than a year. Take chances. Now, let me take you to the back side of Go Backup. I'm taking you online to the system so that you basically see what the system, how it works. Very quickly, 5 minutes, and then we'll come to questions if you have a question. When you log into Go Backup, this is the system you see. On the top right, you see your username. This is my username and this is my certificate. Please note that the company always gives you a certificate. Okay, when you achieve the level you got to achieve. This is my certificate, and you can see there that it's I couldn't mention certificate. The certificate is double diamond. Okay? Now, this certificate is very, very good because what it means is that you can use this certificate to achieve greater laurels in the USA. I'll tell you something later, about visa. Okay, when you have a certificate like this. Anyway, so once you get the certificate, then you can also see several things. These are the top level achievers in the world. These are the greatest achievers all over the world. These are the top 500 people in the world. Okay. They're updating the system now. And you'll be surprised at the sort of people who are doing so well, okay, in the world. These are some of the great achievers all over the world. And it's very, very incredible the way people are flying and achieving. Okay. I told you that all over the world, look at this person. Okay. Dr. Joanna Jimanyabwa. We have Ghanaians, Schneider, and someone. These are the top people this very week. Okay. So people are doing very, very well in this. People are doing very well in this Go Backup. Now, let me go and show you this December some of the great things that are happening in the system. Okay. The company is giving some great beneficial income to some of the highest achievers. Okay. And there you go here. Look at the top 10 achievers in this industry. Top 10. Top 10, you can see that 3 of them are Ghanaians. 3 of them are Ghanaian. Top 10. Top 10 this month. Top 10. And they are going to get some extra dollars in addition to whatever they are already getting. 3 of them are Ghanaian. So that should tell you that it doesn't matter your level of education, your race, your color, your country. It doesn't matter. Any single person can be part. Now let me go to the software itself. When you log in, you click on digital tools here, go to Go Backup, click on use these tools, it will bring you here. When you come here and you want to download the app, okay, you can download it on your computer. If you have MacBook, you use this one and download. If you have Windows, you use this one and download. If you have Apple, Samsung, you have an iPhone, you use this one. If you have Samsung or any Android phone, you use that one. You can use all of this to download. Once you download, okay, you will back up all your files. Okay, you click somewhere and you will automatically do it. If you want to see your files, you click on auto login here. The moment you click auto login, this will open. Okay, this will open in a new tab. And you can see that it has cloned my entire phone. Everything about my phone. My laptop has been cloned here. The size of the data is 704 gigabytes. Everything is cloned. Everything. Now you can look at some of the things on your phones and your other phones and all of that by clicking on collaboration. I want to show you something that will blow your mind. So things that I have, pictures, videos, documents, files, registry, every little thing that you have, okay, you will be seeing them all here. You have everything here, okay? And then you can click on whatever you want to click to be able to have access to anything you want to have access to. And so let me show you something. Suppose you have a Word document, okay? And what I'm about to show you might blow your mind. Okay? Suppose you have a Word document and I'm about to open a Word document. And let's say that you don't even have Microsoft on your phone. You don't have Microsoft on your laptop, and then you want to open. Oh, my this thing is frozen a bit. Okay. Now this thing is frozen slightly. Let me see. Okay, good. So now I'm going to open a document and then show you. So even if you don't have Microsoft Office, you can still have this document here. And then you can have that. So I want to open this document. This is a document, and I want to show you how powerful the collaboration system works in Go Backup. So this is a Word document. Suppose I want to share this Word document with someone else. The person is a friend. I want the person to edit this document for me. Okay. So there's some board meeting that I had. And then I want to just make something, changes something. Okay. I want to just, if I want the person to edit it, I'll click on the right here. Okay. Once you click on the right, the person can view and edit. I can collaborate with the person. How? One way you can collaborate with the person is click on collaboration. Once you click on collaboration and click on chat, you can chat with the person. So let's say I ask the person, hi, how are you? I type it. The person will see me typing. The moment I send, the person will see me here. And the person will also see the message and can also type back. The person can edit this. Suppose I type here, let's start. Okay, let's start the program. Suppose I type, let's start the program. The person can continue and ask me when, and I'll see it being typed. Okay, so that's one. But instead of saying, let's start, I can rather talk. I can talk, and the pen will pick. So let's say that I want to talk. I can click here and type something. Hope, I'm going to start. Hope you are doing well with yourself and with your family. You see, it just typed that message there. It just typed what I said. Okay. Hope you are doing well with yourself and with your family. I spoke, and the typing has already been done. So I don't need to type anything. These are incredible collaborations, incredible things you can do, with a Go Backup system within this soft. Now, this message, suppose I'm talking to someone who is an Akan. The person cannot understand the English. I can quickly go to translator here. And the moment I click on translator, I can now translate the message. Okay. So let's say I click on translator there. Okay, and I want to choose a language. Let's say I want to choose Chi. I select Chi. Now Chi is selected. I'm going to highlight the message. Hope you are well. Okay, straight away, the language changes at the top here. What is it saying? So the language changes automatically to Chi. Okay, if I don't want Chi and I want Ga, I type Ga. The language will automatically be changed to Ga. And whatever I wrote here will be here. Henokamo ake ohe ke oweku elemi masa. This one is not my language. Okay, so I cannot read this one. Okay. But you can see that whatever language that you have, you will be able to translate the language automatically. And you can also ask it to read for you. Okay. So suppose that you are even blind, you cannot do the reading, and you want the thing to read. Okay. If I highlight this one, it's going to read them. Just watch. Suppose I click this, I highlight this, I click start. It's going to do the reading easily for you.
Let's start the program. Hope you are doing well with yourself and with your family.
So it read exactly that thing which I highlighted. Suppose I want to rather let it read this one. And you can change the voice. If you don't want a man's voice and you want a female voice, okay, let's say a female voice, I can just use this female voice. The collaboration is just crazy. And
The National Petroleum Authority, NPA, is mandated to regulate, oversee and monitor the activities of the petroleum downstream industry. One of the objects of the NPA is to conduct studies relating to the...
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's incredible for you to see some of the great things. Not only that, you can do photo editing. Okay? You can click here, do photo editing, change some of the background of the photo. You are living in Choco. You can make the photo background look like you are living in London. Okay? You can do several things with this facility that you have right here. My computer is frozen again. Okay? So there are incredible things that you can do with your government. You can insert a YouTube, you can do macros, you can do translation, you can do Mendeley. If you are doing a research, okay, and you want it to automatically organize it, if you want a dictionary, if you want a Zotero and Mendeley can all be automatically used in your research for you. These are several plugins. You can view your work, fit it into the thing, protect your work, encrypt it. You can protect or encrypt it. You can collaborate it, co-edit it, draw certain things you have to draw, insert anything you want to insert, okay, and then do all kinds of things. That you can save the work in a PDF, in an OTT, in a TXT, any file that you want to save in, you can do that easily. Ladies and gentlemen, Go Backup is not just a cloud storage department. It is a collaboration of several things. And all this at what? At $99.97. It's crazy. If you want to be part of the project, that's when you add the $20. Okay, then it becomes $120. But other than that, it is $99.97. It's cheap. For a whole year, it's cheaper than anything you can think about. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a choice to make. It's going to be a difficult choice to make, but it's going to be worth it if you make that great choice. Now, I want to quickly look at some of the things people have said. Somebody says that if you're not lucky today, it doesn't mean that you wouldn't be lucky tomorrow. Exactly. Comfort zone is my enemy. You have to sacrifice today. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a question at this stage, this is when you can ask your question. Data is oil. Data is everything. Data is everything. You have been given enough to make a decision. And for those of you who are part of this project, don't blow it. Don't blow it. By the time you realize 365 days are gone next year, by the time you realize the year has ended, the next year has ended, it can fly than you can imagine. So don't wait for things to get giddy, for things to be tough, before you now make a decision. You got to make the decision now. Sometimes, as painful as it is, you got to decide and tell yourself, look, I've listened to everything. I just want to start. Tell yourself, I'll do it. Whatever happens, should happen. That is the spirit. That is how you go. I will do it. Whatever will happen. Because believe it or not, fear is what makes people not take action. Fear is what makes people hesitate. Fear is just an acronym. Fear stands for false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. You too were created in the image of a creator. The creativity of his creation is indeed creative. You too need people to, and never be deceived by what somebody thinks that is not necessary. It's not that. It is necessary. Income is necessary. If you are evil, that is when you don't need income. If you are evil, then don't go for income, because income will enhance your evil party. So money is not evil, it's the love of it. Because the love of it is kind of identity to God. So it becomes the God of money. So you don't want that. But if you're a good person, money will enhance your good person. Okay. Most of the people that are wealthy billionaires, you think they are doing bad with their income? Some of them give $20 billion. Some of them give $30 billion. They're Bill Gates, okay? The Warren Buffett, and so forth. You're telling me that they are very evil because of that? No. Let me tell you, the knife is not evil. But you can use that knife to kill somebody the same way you can use it to prepare stew. So if the knife is used to kill somebody, is a knife evil? No. It's a person who is evil. The car. If you don't drive the car well, and the car gets an accident and people die, is the car evil? No, the car is not evil. What is evil? It's a person who didn't look on the road and didn't do the driving well. Okay, is the money evil? No. But that same money, if it is in the hand of Osama bin Laden, many will die. So you got to understand, it's knowledge. It's knowledge, and many people don't have an understanding of it. Once you have knowledge, you will see that you were born to have an abundance. You were born to have an abundance. Okay? Because God is a happy God. He wants you to have an abundance. So you shouldn't attribute badness to him. So why would he put gold in the Garden of Eden in Genesis chapter 2, verse 11? Why would he say that the gold of that land was good? Very good. King Solomon happens to be the wisest man who ever lived and also the wealthiest man who ever lived. He says something. He said, in the book of Ecclesiastes, you will notice that a certain city was surrounded by an encamped army. And they encamped the city. Nobody could own the city. The city was boxed in. And then there was this poor wise man in the city. He used his knowledge to deliver the city from the enemies. In those days, if somebody delivers a city from the enemy, that person should become a king. King Solomon then concluded that, but no one remembered that poor man. They removed the word even wise. Previously, it said there was this poor wise man, but now, after that delivery, they said nobody remembered that poor man. Then King Solomon concluded, wisdom is great, but it depends on the head that is carrying that wisdom. If you are wise and you are broke, your wisdom is foolishness. I want to repeat that. If you are wise and you are broke, your wisdom is foolishness. God knew that. God knew that, and that is why he was trying to make sure that King Solomon doesn't fall into that trap. So even though he didn't pray for that, he made sure that he would use his wisdom to be wealthy. His knowledge is fundamental, but it's also opaque. It's not transparent. So many people will not see that. And so have an understanding that you deserve godly principles. It will help you. It will help you. It will help you. But if you are evil already, don't go for plenty income, because it will enhance your evil party. But if you are good, and I want to believe that you are, don't let anybody think otherwise for you on that principle. So it will help you. So ladies and gentlemen, it's been a real pleasure having all of you here. It's been a joy having every single person here. It will change the way you perceive. Speak to the person who has invited you here. Okay? That person will tell you how to get started. Somebody gave you the link. Call that person. Tell the person that, look, I've listened to everything. I'll just take the chance. I will do it. Whatever happens should happen. I'll do it. After all, what? What haven't I lost in the world before? Even my life itself is lost. Benjamin Franklin says some die at 25, just that they are not buried until they are 75. Some people, the way they are going through, what they are going through right now, if they were even dead, is better. Sometimes the dying of a man is better than the living of a man. That is why the dying, Jesus had to die, because his death was so powerful. It was necessary to save. Sometimes you got to do whatever you can, even if it requires you dying, so that you can make an impact in the life of people. Are you with me? Impact matters. Impact matters. There's something about value and virtue and legacy. Legacy is powerful. It's big. Some people are dead, but they are still living because of what they did. Some people, they will remember them every year. Others, they are even living, but they are not remembering them. Who you are is your nature. What you are becoming is your manifestation. Until what you know becomes what you do, you don't know anything. Until what you do benefits you and someone else, what you do is useless, because the evidence of knowledge is result. You can't tell me that you are knowledgeable and there's no result to prove that. That is why there are so many knowledgeable fools around. Professor Molière from France, he said that a learned fool is more a fool than an ignorant fool. Wisdom is the only asset that multiplies, creates all other assets. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. It's been a blessing. It's been a joy having all of you. This is our last time we have met this year. We will meet again in the next year When we begin the greatest momentum of cloud storage department, that is about to happen. Be proud of what you have, eh? Be proud. The fact that people will not listen to you doesn't mean you shouldn't be proud. You are standing on your acre of diamonds. Be proud. You are 3 feet down your gold. Be proud. Chest out. Chest out. Don't let anybody demean you. They don't know what they have. They don't know what you have. You know what you have. Let's go tell the world. Thank you very much.